the seas around the Philippines are changing. From frigates and offshore patrol vessels, to submarines and advanced missile systems, the armed forces of the Philippines is racing to modernize. But here's the truth. Many of these acquisitions will not arrive until the early 2030s. And the country cannot afford to wait. This is where Japan steps in. A bold offer, a stopgap solution, and perhaps, the most significant boost to Philippine naval and air power in decades. Even though Japan's Hatsuyuki-class destroyer escorts are not the latest in cutting-edge warship design, they are far from obsolete. Originally designed for anti-submarine warfare, these destroyers come equipped with hull-mounted sonar, lightweight torpedoes, anti-submarine rockets, and capable radar systems. They may lack modern vertical launch missile systems or stealthy hull designs, but they bring something the Philippine Navy desperately needs right now: numbers and capability. In short, they are a bridge fleet. A stopgap solution to fill operational gaps. Until the Philippines completes its modernization cycle. The Hatsuyuki-class was Japan's first true general-purpose destroyer design built under its post-war defense framework. Commissioned throughout the 1980s, they were considered highly advanced for their time. Each ship used gas turbine propulsion for high-speed operations, giving them a top speed of over 30 knots. Their weapons included anti-aircraft guns, surface-to-air missiles, and multiple anti-submarine systems. For the Philippine Navy, which currently operates only a small handful of missile-capable frigates and patrol vessels, acquiring even 4 to 6 Hatsuyuki destroyers would represent a dramatic expansion of blue water capability. Imagine the transformation. From having just a few major surface combatants, to suddenly adding half a dozen ships that can patrol, escort, and hunt submarines across the West Philippine Sea. But this offer from Japan goes far beyond ships. The second part is equally important: the P-3C Orion maritime patrol aircraft, built by Lockheed Martin. For decades, the Orion was the backbone of maritime patrol for the United States Navy, the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, and many allied nations. Its specialty: hunting submarines across vast oceans. Even today, many countries continue to operate the P-3C effectively. With its long range, advanced sensors, and ability to carry torpedoes and depth charges, the Orion would give the Philippine Air Force and Navy something they have never truly had: a dedicated, long-range, maritime surveillance and anti-submarine warfare aircraft. Currently, the Philippines relies on smaller, less capable aircraft for maritime patrol, platforms with limited range and sensors. Adding the Orion, even as a second-hand platform, would dramatically improve situational awareness across the West Philippine Sea. This move also marks a new chapter in defense ties between Tokyo and Manila. Japan has already delivered 13 patrol vessels to the Philippine Coast Guard. These vessels are now at the front line of contested waters, escorting resupply missions to Ionjin Shoal and other flashpoints. But warships and combat aircraft, that is a different scale entirely. It signals that Japan is willing to go beyond civilian maritime support and move directly into hard defense cooperation. Japan's motivation is clear. Like the Philippines, Japan faces increasing pressure from China's assertive actions at sea. By strengthening Manila's Navy and Air Force, Japan indirectly reinforces its own security perimeter. The proposed delivery year, 2027, is significant. That year falls right in the middle of Horizon 3 of the Armed Forces of the Philippines modernization program. Horizon 3 is focused on major acquisitions, multi-role fighters, submarines, missile systems, and advanced naval vessels. By then, the Philippines may already be introducing new frigates, offshore patrol vessels, and possibly its first submarine. The Hatsuyuki destroyers and P-3C Orions would act as force multipliers during this transition. Think of it this way. While brand new warships are still under construction in foreign shipyards, while submarine negotiations are still ongoing, the Philippine Navy could already be sailing with former Japanese destroyers. And the Philippine Air Force could already be flying long-range Orions. A credible force, visible in contested waters, long before the new generation of assets arrive. Of course, this plan comes with challenges. First, cost of operation and maintenance. The Hatsuyuki-class ships are already decades old. They will require refits, upgrades, and a reliable supply chain for spare parts. Second, integration. The Philippine Navy will need to adapt to Japanese technology, doctrines, and maintenance procedures, a process that could take years. Third, political hurdles. Any major arms transfer from Japan must comply with its defense export laws, which only recently began to allow transfers of military equipment under strict conditions. Still, given the urgency of maritime security in the West Philippine Sea, both sides appear motivated to overcome these obstacles. If successful, this transfer would mark one of the single largest infusions of combat power into the Philippine Navy in decades. It would not only boost Manila's defense of its maritime territory, but also highlight the depth of its partnership with Tokyo. As Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. has stated, the Philippines cannot wait until 2030 to build a credible defense force. It needs assets now. And Japan's Hatsuyuki destroyers and P-3C Orions may be the right solution, at the right time. In the end, this story is about more than second-hand warships or old patrol planes. It is about strategy, timing, and partnerships. For the Philippines, these assets represent a vital bridge to the future, tools to defend the nation while waiting for modern platforms to arrive. For Japan, it is a declaration of solidarity, a signal that Tokyo is willing to back Manila not only with words, but with hardware. And for the region, it is yet another reminder that the security architecture of the Indo-Pacific is shifting rapidly. Alliances are deepening. Partnerships are growing. And the balance of power at sea is changing. By 2027, when the first destroyers and patrol planes arrive, the Philippine Navy could look very different from today. The horizon of Philippine defense is shifting, and Japan is playing a key role in shaping it. This has been MaxDefensesPG, your trusted channel for Philippine defense analysis, updates, and in-depth stories that matter. If you found this episode informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to support the channel. Stay sharp, stay vigilant, and stay with MaxDefensesPG.